Yo, what just dropped has the whole city of Chicago in an uproar. And trust, this ain't just rap beef or IG lives gone wild. We're talking betrayal, secrets, and a name on that snitch list that nobody expected to see. OTF fans, brace yourselves. 'Cause this one hits real close to home. Late last night, a so-called leaked snitch list started spreading like wildfire across group chats, Reddit threads, and Twitter streets. And while most folks scrolled past thinking it was another fake rumor, things got real when Chicago fans spotted a very familiar name, one tied directly to Lil Durk and the Only the Family movement. And y'all, when Durk found out, sources say the man went ghost for a full hour. No IG story, no posts, just silence. Insiders close to the camp claim the rapper is in complete disbelief, saying he trusted this person like family. We're talking deep ties. Inner circle. Dinner at your mama's house type of trust. So how did that name end up on a list tied to Fed activity? Is this real or just a savage setup to tear OTF down from the inside? Hold up before we dive deeper. If you already locked in and this drama got you on edge, hit that like button real quick. And if you new here, go ahead and subscribe. 'Cause over here we don't miss a single twist. Hit that bell too, 'cause in this story, the next drop could be the biggest yet. Keep watching, 'cause this story is only getting hotter. So boom, let's take it back to where this all started. Friday night, 11:43 p.m., Chicago time. Twitter is slow, IG is chill, just another regular night. Until one burner account, you know the type, Anime PFB, 2 followers, drops a Google Drive link with the caption, OTF Snitch list, real paperwork. Don't say I ain't warn y'all. At first, nobody took it serious. Folks in the comments clowning, calling it fake, saying it's just another clout chaser trying to stir the pot. But within 15 minutes, that link had already hit 8K views. The streets? Locked in. Why? Because once people actually clicked the link, what they saw, names, dates, transcripts, alleged federal documents. And right there on page 6, a name fans immediately recognized. A name deeply tied to OTF. A name that made people literally gasp out loud. We ain't talking about no minor affiliate. We talking about someone who had been in pictures with King Von, someone Durk called brother on multiple songs, someone who had been filmed outside O Block plenty of times. The name? D-Tang. Now let's pause. You probably thinking, hold up D-Tang? Durk's real brother who passed away. Nah, not that D-Tang. This is where it gets wild. This D-Tang is a nickname shared by 2 people in Durk's circle. One, his blood brother who tragically passed, and the other, a lesser-known associate from the early OTF days, known by some as Lil D, or D-Tang from 63rd. And when that name showed up on the alleged snitch list, the whole city paused. Fans started digging through old clips, old interviews, even barbershop conversations started turning sideways. Some folks remembered how back in 2016, there was quiet beef between a few OTF members that never really made it to the public. Now, fans think it might have been connected to hidden paperwork that was never meant to see daylight. But how did this list even leak? Sources close to Chicago's underground say it may have come from a corrupt paralegal who got paid to slip info to the streets. The file wasn't even a regular PDF. It had case numbers, sealed doc codes, and what appeared to be redacted testimonies. But one thing was clear. Someone had allegedly flipped in a federal weapons trafficking case, and the list of potential informants had been circulating among lawyers and feds quietly, until now. When Durk saw it, eyewitnesses say he was in Atlanta when his phone started blowing up. Folks from the label, OTF homies, even some industry folks hit him within minutes. Yo bro, you seen this list yet? Why your man's name on page 6? People say Durk went silent. No tweets. No stories. Just a heavy pause. According to a close source, he said just one thing. If this real, we done. And that's not just rap talk. This is personal. You gotta understand, OTF ain't just a label. It's a code. A family. It was King Von's life. It's what tied the streets of O Block to the bigger dream. When Von was alive, he stood on loyalty. You cross that? You're done. And let's not forget, before Vaughn passed, there were already rumors that somebody in O'Block was working with the feds. Remember that quiet case back in 2018? The one where T-Roy's name came up, but no one was ever officially charged? People swept that under the rug, but now fans are starting to look back at everything with new eyes. Old tweets, old lives, old drama. It's like every piece was always there, we just ain't connect the dots. Until now. And the streets? The streets are talking. People in O'Block have already started picking sides. Some say this gotta be fake, a digital plant meant to create division in OTF while they're already vulnerable. Others are saying it makes too much sense. They're pulling up clips from DJ Vlad, old Say Cheese interviews, even candidly Cassie clips where Lil Durk talks about trust, betrayal, and fake love in the game. In one clip, from a 2021 IG Live, Durk said, "Everybody with me ain't with me. I had to learn that the hard way." Now fans say, he was talking about D all along. But wait, it gets deeper. Because somebody else responded. Memo 600, longtime OTF affiliate, took to Twitter just hours after the leak and tweeted, "A lot of y'all been capping for years. The truth always spin the block." Now that tweet had the comments section on fire. People started asking, "Yo Memo, you saying the snitch is real?" Others think he was subbing someone inside the circle, meaning this leak might have been known to the crew before it even went public. You know how the game go, feds tell you who flipped, but you gotta act cool till paperwork drop. And remember, Durk ain't new to loss or betrayal. He's buried people close to him, lost family, seen people change up once the fame and money hit. But this was different. This was legacy. Because let's be real, after King Von passed, OTF took a major hit. Durk's kept the name alive, stayed feeding the block, stayed building the brand. But for a name like D-Tang from 63rd, someone who was allegedly part of the original grind, to be tied to federal snitching? That's war. By Sunday morning, fans were already picking sides. Some took to IG stories saying it's all fake, AI-generated paperwork. Others started calling for full separation. One OTF fan page with 300K followers posted, "If this list is real, clean house. No exceptions. Loyalty or nothing." And y'all, the drama reached O'Block fast. By midday, reports started rolling in from local insiders saying that certain members had already been pulled aside for questioning by inner circle OTF heads. Not legal questioning, street questioning. And when OTF checks you, that's not a conversation. That's a loyalty test. One witness from inside Parkway Gardens, where O'Block sits, said, "Folks was quiet today. Real quiet. Like everybody just watching each other like who next?" Nobody wants to believe someone close to Durk, someone close to Vaughn, to the movement, would turn Fed. But the list ain't going away. In fact, more names are starting to leak. So where we left off, the block is quiet, too quiet. Parkway Gardens, better known to the world as O'Block, is usually lit with energy, music, movement. But ever since the snitch list leaked, it's been heavy silence. Folks aren't posting up like usual. They ain't even kicking it outside like that. Instead, it's whispers, side eyes, and loyalty tests happening behind closed doors. And now, new names are starting to surface. Another updated version of the list started circulating Sunday night, this time without redactions. One name stood out, bold as daylight. Marcus Muwop Smart, under federal review. Pending. Now pause. If you know anything about the King Von case, you know Muwop was one of Von's closest people. He was right there when things popped off in Atlanta, and he's been in the middle of some serious heat ever since. So when his name came up on a pending status in relation to the same weapons trafficking case mentioned in the original leak, Chicago went wild. Fans took to every platform imaginable. Reddit threads started connecting Muwop to an old 2019 raid. TikToks broke down interviews frame by frame. One viral clip showed Muwop with a Fed-sounding voice behind the camera asking questions during a 2020 shoot. And the caption? Was this a setup the whole time? Let's not get it twisted though, nothing has been proven. These documents still haven't been verified by any official legal sources. But when the streets believe something, that becomes truth enough. And guess who else tapped in? Lil Reese. Yeah, the Grim Reaper himself. The one who's always been in the cut, never afraid to speak his mind. Reese hopped on IG Live for the first time in weeks. No music, no filters, just vibes. And said, "I man, lot of y'all screamin' loyalty but couldn't stand 10 toes if the heat came. All I'ma say is, this sh*t been building. Y'all just late to it." Then he ended the live. And bro, the comments went crazy. He knows something. Reese been quiet for too long, he been new. Is Reese hinting at a deeper betrayal? The fan theories went from spicy to straight-up nuclear when one anonymous tip came through to a Chicago hip-hop podcast. The voice? Distorted. The message? It wasn't just one snitch. It was a whole setup. Somebody close to Vaughn flipped before he died, and that fed heat been watching ever since. Don't sleep. And that's when the focus shifted. From individuals to a bigger conspiracy. Think about it. Vaughn passes under strange circumstances. The feds move in fast. People start getting locked up, charged with RICO cases, gun charges, interstate activity, all connected to OTF or O Block in some way. Now, suddenly, paperwork accidentally leaks? Come on. Fans started speculating this wasn't a coincidence. This was a calculated takedown. A slow burn infiltration. And who else got dragged in? Boss Top. He hopped on his story, shirtless, pacing, clearly frustrated. "Man, y'all believe anything y'all see online. We built this sh*t from the ground, for real. Ain't no rats over here. If we got one, he out, period. But stop dragging folks' names without proof. That's the Fed's job. Y'all helping him out." But not everyone bought that. See, back in 2020, a minor dispute between Boss Top and another O Block affiliate turned public over money that disappeared from a supposed cash drop. At the time, people thought it was just petty beef. Now, fans think that missing money might have been connected to a bigger scheme, hush money maybe, or someone paying for protection. Whatever it was, folks started combing through old IG captions like it was FBI work. One user even posted, "Look at this post from October 2021. Boss Top said, 'We clean the house quiet.'" Maybe he meant more than just drama. And then, the audio leak dropped. We don't know who released it. We don't know where it came from. But the 46-second clip sent the internet into a frenzy. It's a phone call recording, allegedly between a known OTF affiliate and someone claiming to be a federal agent. The voice on the OTF side? Distorted, but fans swear it sounds like someone from Vaughn's original circle. You hear the Fed say, "We appreciate your cooperation so far. You keep us posted on any movements by Durk or others, and we'll make sure your name stays clean." Click. Call ends. No confirmation, no context, but that was enough to send fans, enemies, and the entire rap world into DEFCON mode. And speaking of enemies, you know NBA YoungBoy had to say something. Late Sunday night, the Baton Rouge rapper tweeted, then deleted, "Y'all heroes be tellin'." But they still yell gang gang in the booth. No names. No mentions. But everyone knew exactly who he was talking about. And when it comes to Durk versus YoungBoy, this just poured gasoline on a fire that's already been burning for years. Now folks from both camps are posting subliminals, fans are arguing in comments, and rumors of a potential response diss track from either side have started swirling heavy. And if you think the music industry wasn't watching this whole thing unfold, think again. Insiders say labels are panicking. Sponsors? Pulling back. A source from inside a major streaming service said, "If any more names come out tied to OTF, we might have to re-evaluate visibility on some of their projects. We can't associate with federal investigations. Period." Now let's talk about Durk again. He still hasn't said much, at least not directly. But on Monday morning, He posted one single photo to his Instagram story. Black background, white text, loyalty over everything. And everything ain't loyal. No hashtags, no tags, just that. And the internet? Lost it. Screenshotted. Reposted. Fans said it confirms everything. They believe Durk is cleaning house behind the scenes, making calls, calling out snakes in the grass. One thing we do know, his team's been quietly unfollowing people. On Twitter, on IG. People he's known for years, now suddenly gone. Erased. Like they were never there. And insiders say there's more coming. Because just as the dust began to settle, another folder leaked. This time, not just names, but videos. Surveillance-style clips. Short but clear. One appears to show an OTF member, possibly duty low, at a gas station talking to someone who fans now suspect might be an informant. No audio. Just body language. Hushed convo. Quick handshake. Then he drives off. The title of the clip? Confidential Source Meeting December 3rd, 22. Now listen, none of this is confirmed. Everything could be fake, edited, AI manipulated. But the way fans are running with it? The streets don't care about verification. All it takes is one viral post, and people's entire reputations are shattered. So what now? That's the million-dollar question. Because this ain't just a rap beef. This ain't just a random expose. This is a full-blown loyalty crisis inside one of the most influential movements in modern Chicago rap history. You got King Von's legacy hanging in the balance. You got Lil Durk, arguably the last leader of that camp, now facing betrayal from inside. And you got the entire city of Chicago watching, waiting to see who speaks, who disappears, and who ends up on the next list. The walls are closing in. With a second folder leak dropping late Monday night, and alleged surveillance videos now in the mix, OTF is at a boiling point. You can feel the tension, not just on social media, but in real life. People ain't just reacting online anymore, they're pulling back in real time. OTF merch? Left on the shelves. Studio sessions? Cancelled. And the real tipping point? Lil Durk's mom. Yeah, she entered the chat. Quiet, but heavy. Tuesday morning, fans noticed that Miss LaShonda Woodard, Durk's mom, posted a cryptic message on Facebook that had people shook. It read, "When the devil can't reach you, he sends someone you love. My son got a good heart, but not everyone around him do." Boom. That post racked up 22,000 shares in 2 hours. It was the first time Durk's mother spoke up in any controversy surrounding OTF, and it sent a chilling message. Even his own family is aware of what's going down behind the scenes. So now the spotlight turns, not just on who snitched, but who knew and stayed quiet. Behind the scenes, our sources say phone calls are being monitored. Feds reportedly tapped into certain Chicago networks months ago, quietly, and now that the list is public, they're just waiting to see who panics. One anonymous source close to the investigation said, "This wasn't an accident. This was a chess move." The leak? It was meant to expose pressure points. Now they're watching the reactions. And the reactions? Man, they're getting scary. Tuesday night, an O'Block affiliate posted, then quickly deleted, a message that said, "If I go down, I'm taking 6 names with me." Another post read, "We know who the rat is. Just wait on it." Then it happened. The live that changed everything. An unknown account, only 2,000 followers, went live late Tuesday with a black screen and a distorted voice. In the video, the speaker, who claimed to be a former OTF affiliate, said he was tired of protecting people who ain't protect Vaughn, ain't protect the code, and damn sure ain't protect the truth. Then he said, "Vaughn knew. You'll think he ain't know? That's why he moved how he did. That's why he was separating himself before he passed. Don't let the image fool you. He was cutting folks off left and right." Boom. A bombshell. And that theory? It's one fans had whispered about before. There were rumors near the end of Vaughn's life that he was taking his brand in a new direction. Moving strategic. separating from certain people he felt weren't really riding for him. Now fans believe that was his way of quietly distancing from the snakes. And guess what? His sister, Kayla B, responded. She didn't say much, just tweeted, "Vaughn always knew. Always." That tweet alone added gasoline to the fire. Now people are looking at everything Vaughn did before his death as coded messages, a setup for something he might have seen coming but couldn't stop. Even his old lyrics are being dissected. Lines like, "Can't trust none, not even blood, 'cause blood be quick to fold when the pressure come." Fans now say he was dropping hints, warning us. So now we've reached a moment where Durk is cornered, OTF is divided, fans are turning into detectives, and the feds are sitting back watching it all unravel. And then, Durk made a move. On Wednesday afternoon, after days of silence, he dropped a brand new snippet on IG. Not a full song, just a 45-second clip of him in the studio. No caption. Just him, eyes cold, rapping raw. "I gave my loyalty to boys who sold it for a sentence. You gave statements to them people, now you beggin' for forgiveness. I lost Vaughn, now y'all want me to lose me too? Can't call it family when you movin' like the ops do." That was it. No names. No tags. But the message was loud and clear. Durk knows. Durk's hurt. And Durk is done playing nice. By Wednesday night, more members of OTF started unfollowing each other. Group chats were shut down. Insiders say 2 upcoming collaborations with other Chicago artists got scrapped out of fear the songs might be tied to someone whose name ends up on the next leak. And now, the streets are holding their breath. There's rumors, heavy ones, that another list is coming. But this time, with actual recorded testimonies. If that's true, it's over for a lot of careers, friendships, and even families tied to this situation. Because remember, this ain't just about snitching. This is about legacy. About King Vaughn, about everything OTF built, everything Durk risked his life for. And if all that crumbles from inside betrayal, the streets will never forgive it. And here's where the real fear creeps in. What if this was the plan all along? What if someone's been working the inside for years, feeding the feds everything from block movements to music business dealings? What if OTF wasn't infiltrated recently? What if they were born with a mole in the circle, and no one noticed till it was too late? Nobody's safe. Names are still being whispered in back alleys, DMs, and studio lounges. Even some major names, ones we can't even say yet, have allegedly been placed under federal watch just for being too close to the situation. And as for the fans, they're more divided than ever. You got the die-hard OTF supporters who say innocent until proven, and you got the other half screaming Durk needs to drop names and cut off the rest now. The community is in chaos. Real fans, casuals, even haters, everyone's locked in, watching this real-life drama unfold like it's a Netflix series. And the worst part? There's still no official denial from Durk's team. No press release. No statements. Nothing. Just silence. And that one post about loyalty, which tells us everything we need to know. So now we ask, where does OTF go from here? With betrayal, federal involvement, and loyalty in question, the entire empire feels like it's hanging by a thread. Can Durk rebuild after this? Can the streets trust the movement again? Will more names drop? Will someone confess, or worse, retaliate? The situation is evolving by the hour. And if the next drop is what insiders are claiming, video testimony, more hidden names, and proof that Vaughn may have been on to all this before his death, then OTF might face a reckoning deeper than music. We're talking about a total shift in trust, brand, and street reputation. But one thing's for sure, the fans are not turning away. This ain't just about entertainment anymore. This is about honor, loyalty, and the painful truth that not everyone you eat with is your brother. And you watching this, we need to know what you think. Do you believe the snitch list is real? Do you think Vaughn saw this coming before the world did? Is this the beginning of OTF's fall, or the fuel Durk needs to rise stronger? Drop your thoughts in the comments. We're reading everything. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe if you haven't already, And turn on those notifications because the next drop might change everything again. This is real drama. Real people. Real consequences. And it's all happening right in front of us. Until next time, stay woke, stay safe, and remember, the streets never forget.